So when I first started studying marine biology, I thought it was all going to be about whales and turtles, dolphins, coral reefs. But actually I soon realised that the very environment I was studying was heavily contaminated, particularly heavily contaminated with litter, mostly plastic litter, mostly single-use items like this plastic bottle. So I'm Richard Thompson, I'm Professor of Marine Biology at the University of Plymouth. I lead the International Marine Litter Research Unit here. I've been looking at the problem of accumulation of plastics in the environment for over 20 years. And so then when I started to teach marine biology, I set some of my students the challenge. I said, don't go and find me the biggest piece of litter, go and find me the smallest pieces. And that's what they did. And from those very first samples, we realised there were pieces of plastic debris, some of them less than the size of the sand grains themselves. We went on to do a global study, and actually everywhere we looked, we found microplastic debris. Think about a plastic carrier bag. I've got an intact one here, strong enough to carry a shopping home in. Here I've got a bag that was designed actually to have increased degradability. It was seen as a solution at the time. I got this from a supermarket in 2004. It said that after 18 months the bag would start to disappear and that it would completely disappear within 3 years. So that would have been by 2007. We're now at 2018. What have we got? Yes, it's disappeared as a carrier bag, but what I'm left with is millions of small pieces of plastic. Millions, if not billions, of pieces of microplastic. So we've been out sampling from the boat today, straining the water with a net that's usually used to catch small organisms, planktonic organisms. And after a 15-minute haul, we've collected a jar which has got some natural material in it, seaweeds, bits of wood, leaves, but regrettably it's also got plastic debris. I can see a red item. It's actually a plastic roll plug here, but as well as that, down in and amongst the water are actually microscopic pieces as well, very small white pieces, some of them probably polystyrene. We know that a wide range of marine organisms will eat microplastic. The laboratory experiments that have been conducted show the potential for harm. The physical presence of these small pieces of plastic can disrupt normal feeding. There are also concerns that if microplastics are eaten, they might transfer potentially harmful chemicals to wildlife. And that goes all the way from really small invertebrates and actually extends through the food chain to larger organisms, to fish and to marine mammals, to shellfish, and that includes commercially important species that we humans like to eat. Much of my work, of course, has been about the accumulation and the impacts of plastic in the environment. But if we think about the solutions, they come from changes in behaviour right along the supply chain, changes by all of us, right, from production through use to disposal of plastics. To make those changes, we need to understand what motivates us, what our perceptions are of marine litter, and also what our perceptions are of the solutions, so that we can come up with ways to nudge and influence behaviours to reduce the amount of contamination in the environment.